Hello guys, come on into the room and drop your city and your state. Say hello to everyone, introduce yourself, and we'll get started in just a minute. I am your manifestation coach, Keyonna Divine. I want to welcome you to today's presentation. This is the month of April, and for the month of April, we are holding ourselves accountable. April is the month of holding yourselves accountable for everything that you want and you desire in your world. So as people come on into the room and fill this space with positive energy, I want you to think about how can you hold yourself accountable in the month of April for all the things that you want? How can you hold yourself accountable in the month of April for all the things that you desire in your physical reality? How can you create the perfect life for yourself and hold yourself accountable for either doing those things or not doing those things in the month of April? All right. Thank you guys for coming into the room every day for the entire month of April. Your manifestation coach, Keyonna Divine, is going to be coming on at 12 noon Central Standard Time. And I am going to be serving you by probing you with some of the questions that you are too afraid to ask yourself. See, when it comes to self, we try to be passive and gentle with self. And sometimes when it's the idea that we're ignorant, okay? We're ignorant to the fact that we don't even know what we need to hear in order to get to where we want to get to. All right? So every day, as your manifestation coach, I'm coming through 12 noon Central Standard Time to position you, to probe you with those questions that you would not ask yourself. To put the foot down and say, hey, this is it. See, in my job as being a manifestation coach, I do a lot of life coaching work as well, because it is my duty to get my clients to a position to where they believe in themselves. First of all, they see a vision. We create a plan to make that vision come into fruition. And then we shift their paradigms. And how do we shift their paradigms? We shift their paradigms by my whole philosophy of teaching. You guys want to know what my whole philosophy of teaching and instructing and mentoring and coaching is? I have a few of them. One of them is the 10 dimensions of wellness. If you follow my work, you'll understand that. And the next one is man is maker of his own reality through his daily ideas, his daily choices, his daily thoughts, his daily decisions, his daily rituals, his daily actions, and his daily perspectives. So that is how I work with my clients in order to shift their paradigm. Now, today I wanted to come and talk to you because I realized that there is something that you want that you don't have. There's something that is eating away at you. And you know you should have it. You know you should be a lot further than where you are right now. You know that you should not be just settling for the life that you have at this point in time. You know that you're selling yourself short. There is something that you desire. It is burning you. And you're too afraid to go and get that thing. You are too afraid to take the chances that you need to take in order to make that thing come into fruition. Or you've tried it several times and it just hasn't worked out for you. So somehow you decided to give up on yourself. But even when you put yourself in a position to give up on yourself, you feel like ish. You feel nasty, you feel dirty, you feel unaccomplished. You feel like you haven't stepped up to the plate to be and obtain and live in the life that you fully deserve. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's time for you to dust yourself off and try this thing again. Now, I'm not saying try it again in the same manner and the same way that you tried it the previous time, because that would just be idiotic to do the same thing and expect different results. Les Brown says if you want something that you've never had before, you got to do something that you've never done before. So I'm not here supporting the idea of doing exactly what you've done and positioning yourself to fail again. I am saying let's think about this thing from a different perspective. Let's think about this thing from a different perspective. So this call today is focused on obtaining that thing, positioning yourself to obtain that thing that you really want in your life. And I have 5 components that I want you to really think about. Okay? I want you to think about, what is your vision? Do you really know what your vision is? Okay, hold on. Do you really know what it's going to take for you to obtain that thing that you want so bad? Do you really know what you're going to have to go through in order to obtain that thing that you really want so bad? Do you know the statistics on that thing that you really want so bad? Do you know the numbers? Have you crunched the numbers? Have you allowed all of this to make sense to you? Is this sensible? Can you grasp it? Because if it's sensible, then you can believe it. If it's not sensible, that doesn't mean that you can't have it, but you have to allow it to make sense to you. Not even if it doesn't make sense to the whole entire world. Do you know what you're up against? Do you know what you're up against? Do you know what's going to be required of you? Have you set the bar for yourself? Have you done the research and tested the measures? Have you calculated and crunched the numbers? Have you weighed out your pros and cons? Are you really going to be in it to win it? Or is this one of those things that you're interested in right now, but in maybe 3 or 4 or 5 months, maybe a year from now, you're not going to be interested in this thing? That is something to ask yourself. That is something to consider. The next thing I want you to consider about this thing that you want so bad. Can you tell me about your vision? Can you make it plain and clear? Is your vision clear to you? Can you paint the picture for me? Because what I want to let you know is our visions, we are co-creators, which means we are magnets and we attract things to us. We attract people to us. We attract places to us. We are supposed to create with other people. And so you have to be, it is your job and your duty to position yourself to be able to paint that vision vividly and clearly for the next individual to be able to support you on making that come into fruition. See, the whole idea of that is, if you feed my vision, then I'll feed yours. Okay? I'm supposed to be able to elaborately tell someone what it is that I see that I want to obtain, and then expect for them to add value upon that thing to make it bigger and greater than what it is. See, I need your vision to be big, to be so big that it makes my vision, my original vision, so small. I need your vision to challenge me so that my vision will challenge you. I need you to be able to 10x my vision, and I want to be able to 10x yours. Have you ever been around people that are so small-minded? They're so small-minded. They cannot see past what's before them. That is the type of person that you want to avoid in your life, because that type of person is going to hold you back. And that is the type of person you want to avoid becoming, because that type of person is going to hold you back. You having those small limiting beliefs are going to hold you back. The next thing that I want you to really, really take the time to consider is, how can you take this vision that you have so vivid and that is so plain and make it bigger? Because the whole thing about it is that you're settling. You're thinking too small. Things are not working out for you because you are thinking about things on this little bitty micro scale when the world is big. The world is huge. The world is bold. Somebody is ready to take your place. Somebody is ready to steal your idea. Somebody is ready to pick up where you left off. Why are you thinking so small? The reality of thinking small is little problems come from little successes, and big problems, big problems come from big successes. Now, I'm not sure where you are in your life, but if I'm going to go towards something and I'm going to try to accomplish something in my life, I want to do it big. I want to do it on a big scale. I want it to be major. I want it to be huge. I want to go for the gusto. I want to take it to the sky. So that means that if I want that, I have to know that I can't play small. I have to 10x every single thing that I do. That means that with this thing that I want so bad, I have to solve major problems. I have to solve major problems. If I am targeting solving major problems and I actually do, that means I'll win really, really big. When I win, I'm going to win and you're going to know it. The next thing I want you to consider is asking yourself, what is the next step? How can I see what landmark can I leave or what milestone is next for me to accomplish to get closer to this thing that I want to bring into my life? What would that be? What's the next step? Let's see, I already have the idea of wanting this. Maybe the next step is for me to implement some time. Implement time, planning this thing out, strategically planning this thing out, weighing out my pros and cons, creating a presentation to myself, getting big and bold with this thing, immersing energy into that one direction of the thing that I want, talking about it, living it. Is my next step placing myself where I see myself? Maybe my next step is placing myself where I see myself, because Abraham Hicks and Jerry Hicks says, ask and it is given. Therefore, when I formulate the idea in my head, it's already mine. So since it's already mine, I need to go ahead and start living like it's already mine. I need to start acting like it's already mine. That doesn't mean putting myself in debt or anything like that. That means gravitating towards those social environments, getting towards those areas, starting to obtain the knowledge that I need in order to be in that area for it to benefit me. And then my next thing that I want you to think about is the action that goes behind that. The action that goes behind you placing yourself where you see yourself. And last but not least, ask yourself, why do you deserve whatever it is that you're desiring? What work have you put in? What time have you invested? What have you sacrificed? How deep is your foundation laid in order for you to obtain what it is that you desire? Are you worthy of this thing that you desire? Why are you so special that you deserve it and the next person doesn't? What are we doing here? How does this work? How is this going to work out for us? Why do you deserve this thing that you desire? I am your manifestation coach, Keyonna Divine. If you're looking for someone to be your accountability partner, to hold your hands and offer you techniques on how to shift your life, shift your paradigm, create a vision, create a plan that is implementable, go ahead and click the link in my bio above or below, and I will be here to support you along the way. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Know that I am here Monday through Friday, noon Central Standard Time, to serve you and to support you on this journey. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.